Oh, look at these little fuckers.
A plethora of little fuckers.
Somebody had to say that.
It's fucking shit.
No shame.
Fucking hate them.
Bunch of little fuckers.
That was a good movie, that.
What?
Meet the Fockers.
Alright.
Started watching a film the other night and then I gave up on it in the end because you could hear people laughing. It was one of these cinema cams, you know, where somebody's recording it in a picture house.
Alright.
Wait for it to come, proper version.
I'm in the red fucker. Just fucking around.
That's why I changed color.
Hope you got some red smoke.
I'm not... It's blue on this one.
Are you really going to be going that fast? I don't think you've now managed to get lost this one.
I did test biplanes with a passion. Seconded only by buses.
I drove buses, nothing wrong with them.
No, I'm in the flying type.
Ah.
I don't use the wheel type. I've sat in that middle bubble over there waiting for a plane going.
Horses. Nice selection of birds, you guys.
Every day I a plane.
If you like paper planes, aren't they like cloth actually, canvas?
Yep.
Yeah, so
Irish linen.
Ah, there we go.
I don't know what the Germans used. Irish linen and dope.
Well, literally the boys were buzzing there.
not that kind of dope.
Alright.
Yeah, you still get eye on it because it evaporates very quickly. You
Let's
made
paint a
model
aircraft
planes
of-
when you were a kid.
Let's paint our aircraft with a highly flammable liquid.
My dad used to make gliders. They stretched like tissue paper over it and then doped them up.
Yeah, it shrinks it in.
Yeah. He made me one once, took it out to play with it and it lasted 3 minutes.
Well, the glider I used to fly was quite a lot of it was fabric covered and doped and painted. A Slingsby Skylark 4, which in its time was a knock ship, but outclassed now with fiberglass gliders.
Right.
7 brave souls.
So fucking loonies.
So were the World War One fighters. Loonies.
But they had to have been.
I suppose it's
Yeah,
slightly
yeah.
better than being in trenches.
I think you'd call them pioneers, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, all kinds of
They
altitudes.
really didn't know any better, did they? Though?
Nah. No parachute. Jesus, what?
Well, some of them did, but they were made of nylon and they used to melt when the plane went fire.
I think the British weren't allowed to use parachutes.
No, weren't. I remember reading about Mick Manor. He carried a Webley revolver in his boot, and he went down in a flamer.
That
The
was
idea-
so they could shoot themselves instead of
Yeah.
setting them burning to death.
It's either step out or take a 38 or whatever round it was.
Yeah, but then they started using the pistol to shoot at each other in the air before they got into guns.
I think
Okay,
they tried
so
everything in the shotguns before machine guns.
Time for a brief.
Get your briefs out.
Get your briefs on. Make them woolly so that you stay warm. Weather's going to be core high pressure. Time is noon. Target speed is 90 knots. Target altitude will be 3,500 feet for the first part of this. We're going to be following Lake Geneva around counterclockwise as we exit this direction. We'll be turning right. There's a pretty cool fountain thing out in the middle of it's animated in flight, Garrett.
That is really good too.
There
In
used
real
to be a
life?
TV series called The Champions, and that was
That's
on
right,
the,
I was just going to say that.
at the
Me
beginning
too.
of the title sequence.
That's it, yeah, it's in Lake Geneva.
Anyway, who's not ready to go?
Tell you some factoids when you go.
Watch me for the world.
No speedometer, and I don't know how fast I'm going.
H.
Stewart's
Well,
up
the
here.
barrel's going off.
Well, there goes a Newport. Oh shit.
I'm in it here.
Up and away.
That was a French plane.
Yeah, me, I'm in it.
Oh, this is fun already.
Daka.
And don't get
Yeah, just up the lake from the fountain, on this side of the lake anyway, there is a big pavilion pier sort of thing goes into the water, and it's a nudist bathing area.
Oh, cool. Can we go there?
I think we're going to go right
Last
over.
time I was there, last time I was in Geneva. It was March and it was absolutely Baltic fucking freezing with the wind coming off the mountains, and they were still all plastered over this pavilion naked.
Oh my God.
So you had pointies and acorns in.
After flight night's over, I'm coming back.
Headed right at that
Just-
fountain.
Yeah, You see the bit of the pier that's sticking out in front of the fountain here? That's where the pavilion is. That's actually the pavilion.
How
They
big?
can do these.
Woohoo! Going low level.
Tally ho.
It's good when you check in at a hotel there. You can get a travel pass, and they should use it all of public transport to go anywhere in the city for free.
Going for a look-see.
And they are as well. They're going low level of it.
There's a lot of erections, but I couldn't see anything else.
Oh my.
Nope, getting ahead of myself.
Big rail yard down there.
There is.
Let's bomb it.
Geneva Airport, there's a big railway station underneath it. When you're at your baggage claim, when for your baggage, there's a train ticket thing on the baggage collection excavator. You take your boarding pass, put it into that, and it gives you a free train ticket.
Wow, cool.
Cool.
And if you go out the main doors of the airport, it's also connected to a big massive shopping centre, and there's also the big exhibition centre where they used to hold the motor shows. The Geneva Motor Show was also there. And then in the shopping centre, it's quite a strange thing because it's filled with chocolatiers making Toblerones, and the actual chocolates that you see on every day, they actually make it in this big centre, and it smells richly of chocolate when you walk through the doors.
Oh my, I'd be in trouble.
I went to a place like that in the States. It would be Sacramento. They had a big chocolate fountain. See, trying to get my daughter peeled off the window, the viewing window. It was unreal. Come on, honey, it's time to go home. No, I'm staying. Beautiful.
Buy me some chocolate.
Oh, she had the biggest plate of ice cream with melted chocolate over it. It would have made the horse sick.
Oh my god.
Passing back into France.
Leveling at 3,500 feet, I am at 90 knots. Present heading is 32 degrees.
How are you all doing for frame rates?
They're a little shitty.
27.
Yeah, I'm not getting as much as I normally do.
Fine.
They're a little low. Once we get out of Geneva here, things will improve.
I think it's all the gold bullion what's slowing everybody down.
Think
Must
so?
have a magnetic effect, gravity.
So who's our expert on sound files? Have we got one?
Aye. We have a couple.
I'm working on well, the Camel was a diversion. I'm working on a bigger project. I'll put a post on, but basically what I want to do is do a key press and have a loop sound play till I do, say press F, shift F to stop it. I've had a bit of success, but not getting it.
Yeah, well, you can do toggle sounds. You just find a property that's not used in the particular aircraft you're on, a toggle property, like a switch or something, and you tag your sound to that switch. That would be the easiest way of doing it. So when it
Yeah.
switches on, it's playing, and when it switches off, it's not playing.
Well, I'm using Elijah's UH1, which
Don't.
well,
I know what you're going to do. I know what you're going to do. Right, don't
no,
do
but
it.
what I've managed to do is put my sound file into it. So having a look at the code, I've got that figured. And I'm trying to horseshoe it into P47, and there's a reference also in a nasal file. It's just not doing it. It's not playing.
Well, you got him mono files, like you can't play stereo, it doesn't work properly. So therefore, if you want left and right sound, you have to have the two sound files and positioned in the XML controls the sound. You give it left and right. It's got a specific bit rate as well.
I embarked on that once with my audio software, is create files that would only be in the left channel and only be in the right channel and put them in there, but it just doesn't work out.
It's a pain in the arse to get it to work right. If you want to do that, yeah, it can be done, but it's a lot of fiddling with positions and sounds, and you have to restart every time you want to change the sound position. You can't do it in real time.
I managed to get some code working on the joystick, which is a big achievement.
Excellent.
I was looking at my rudder pedals and the brakes of only one side's working, and I can't find anything. Obviously on the pot's okay, but I can't get into where it might be damaged. Anyway, I have another set of joysticks, some T-OTAS, with the twist grip.
Yeah.
And I've stripped all the other functions out, and I can actually use that for my braking now. I found some code, and it worked.
Well done.
The only thing is, it's so bloody big and numb. I've got nowhere to poke, set it up when I want to use it. So I'm looking at upgrading my rudder pedals to something better.
I did Alex's FDM with Spitfire today.
Thank you. What happened?
No, I've got it sorted out as best I can at the minute, but we've noticed that the RPM and the engine settings in the FDM are not being carried over to the actual aircraft, so it's over revving by 4,000 RPM, which is why the RPM meter doesn't appear to drop when you close the throttle. It does drop when the RPMs actually drop with all 5,000 RPM, but that seems to be the problem. It's not revving with the rev bar it's given. But the drag, the excess drag's gone, and a test cruise at 20,000 feet, which is the optimal cruise, with high-speed cruise or fast cruise for the Spit Mark 13 or what it is 375 knots, 385 knots, something like that.
Wow.
And I'm about 2 knots off. So.
Wow. That's way more than acceptable, man.
It's burning 175 gallons per hour at that.
Sounds about right, maybe.
That's
Yeah,
why it costs you £3 to have a pleasure flight in one.
I would like to have a flight in one, but I want to actually take the whole of the sticks. I don't want just to go for the back seat.
Well, I think they're dual control, aren't they?
Some of them are.
Because I would imagine a lot of the people that go for a flyer are pilots of various forms, so they would be wanting to have a go.
It's an aircraft that takes a lot of master on them. It's not. It's a nice aircraft to fly when you master it, but until you master it, it's a death trap. It's got so many little devices, so many nice ways of killing you.
tower view is awesome. You guys really got these things dialed in, man. Nice formation. Woohoo!
These birds are great, aren't they?
They're
Yeah.
I find them. Stuart hates them. I find them extremely fun.
Na 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 na.
To test biplanes. Even my radio control days, I had one biplane and I flew it once. Said, nah, that's not for me. Still got it lying in the loft.
Cheers, Orby.
It's not dedicated, is it, going off to have something to eat mid-flight?
No, it's bad form. You should eat his dinner at these flight sticks. Yeah. Take a sandwich.
What fun is it if you don't get crumbs and stuff all the way down your stuff, your equipment?
You know, I found plenty of titers in my bloody rudder pedals. Dead skin cells and stuff.
Oh, God, I've just eaten my dinner.
Barbecue
Cigarette
tails.
ash with me.
But you're not supposed to use them as an ashtray.
Barbecued toenails. Ugh.
Crispy.
Crispy goodness.
Crispy nuggets.
That as well. I get the Lucerne across the way there.
Oh,
Very
Tenerife, yes.
confusing having two places with very similar names.
Lucerne is down.
Well, I had I went 3 times to Lucerne. We were buying a machine from a factory there, and it was fantastic going there.
Oh my!
I found some pictures what they took when on the first trip we went. They took us out for lunch to this restaurant on a mountainside, middle of July, overlooking Lake Lucerne, with all the steamers down on the lake and blue skies and yachts and stuff. It was fantastic.
It's always about the end of October, November when I was there, but it's still reasonably warm at that time of year. It's still very green.
Yeah, we went up on the third trip. We went with a day spare at the end, so we went for a trip around the lake on the steam, and then up a rack and pinion railway up to Mount Plaitus, and then the cable car down the other side. And it was 7,000 feet, and it was still warm at that height.
One of my mates described it when we were over there. Lake Geneva is the biggest indoor lake in Europe. Think about that for a minute.
Yeah, how did they get the...
What?
I'm just mumbling, ignore me.
Obviously you lot are too slow to get that.
Totally.
Biggest indoor lake in Europe.
Oh, ho, ho.
Indoor
He
lake.
meant to say inland, but he said indoors instead.
How's your frame rates now, dudes?
Still set,
19.
but that's what I'm pegged at.
22.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Where'd you get the setting for that?
What do you mean to peg it?
View.
Yeah, to see where it
Frame
is.
rates.
Yeah, it's in your render. You set it in your rendering options.
Right.
Well, using the old version, the standard version, I used to be up at 60. I'm using this new release. And I don't know if it's because it's Switzerland or there's a hell of a lot of
Wingy.
AI aircraft.
I don't use AI aircraft, I turn them off.
Well, I turn them off, but they're still parked up on the runway.
Right,
Oh,
now
that's
that's
the
a feature of
statue.
that airport. That's the showcase airplane. It's always going to be there.
My first
Question for
flight.
you guys: what make aircraft? There was a program on about Warbird Workshop, and it was a DC-3 flying in Holland doing parachute jumps. But
That's
the
Guy
company
Martin, wasn't
it has the DC-3 also has 2 Strike Masters. And I thought I liked the look of that, so I found some models for the Jet Provost and Strike Master. But Alex sent me the development version, which doesn't look as good as the ones I've got. But the canopy's in the wrong place, and I don't quite know how you go about
What do you mean
moving
the canopy's
stuff.
in the wrong place?
Well, instead of being on top above the cockpit, it's sort of pushed forward and on front of the nose.
That happens when you convert the model.
Yeah.
That means you have to cut the canopy off and reposition it.
Well,
Yeah,
I
you
can
need to
select
change
some
the
of it.
XYZ on it.
What format was it in when you started? I mean, the model.
They're all old FSX models.
Is that a freeware model you got?
Well, I found the guy. The original one was Alpha Sim,
Yeah.
which is about a quarter of the size of this updated version of this guy's, and he's still active. And I found the website is on, and he said to somebody else who asking permission to convert it from Microsoft Flight Sim 2000, and he says it's 18 years old. Do whatever you want with it.
I'm sorry
Yeah.
to butt in, but the scenery is awesome.
It is, always is.
Yeah, fabulous ship.
You have to watch, because some of these people who are quite happy to convert from FSX, which is Microsoft, to another Microsoft Sim, will not allow you to do it with flight gear, because there's a deep-seated hatred for flight gear.
Oh yeah.
They must be doing something right then.
Well, we can do all this for nothing. We have to pay a fortune to do it, so yeah.
Well, it's always a cost. It's called time.
Well,
And
this guy
dedication.
isn't. He's done loads of bigger, aircraft and stuff, and he's still active. He's on a website called Classic Aircraft. It's a UK
Well,
one.
if he gives permission for it, then fine. We can convert it and carry on with the conversion. That's not a problem. But you'll need to get permission from him.
Yeah, well, I've had to join the forum, their forum, and then once I've got that, I'll email him and get it in black and white.
I've tried to get permission on a lot of these aircraft, and most of the guys, the original authors, ignore you.
Yep.
I downloaded Blender today. Sat down in my coffee.
Oh,
download,
You'll have fun with that.
yeah, downloaded the
Yep.
manual. Took one look at the manual. Went away and had another coffee. I'll come back to that sometime.
Yeah, if you want to learn Blender, and if you're not already insane, you will be shortly.
Yeah.
Blender's only I found it's only good when you take you can convert an object file, which is flight's FXX model file, and you convert it into something else, which you go into Blender and convert it into AC3 file. After that, don't try it and do all.
I use a combination of Blender and AC3D to get what I need to do. Well, as much as I can do it anyway.
Because I was following the tutorials how to do UV mapping, and it looks very simple on the bloody video, but you try do it in reality.
I've never been able to do it.
It's not that difficult in AC3D. It's difficult. It's just not as difficult as it is in Blender. Blender's way above my head.
Anyway, this Jet Proverse, I've done a trawl, and I've got about 15 or 16 different liveries for it already. But again, they won't be the ones what they will give permission to use.
Well, if they're giving the livery away as a freeware, then different.
done
It was
deal.
an AWL livery then.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the liveries are from that UK mill organisation,
Oh, yeah.
and that's defunct now. But they have actually got it written in their README file. Anyway, it's just a little something to do to, gather what I can for it. And
Converting a model, it's not a 5-minute process. There's so many things you need to do, and every time you convert, there's something that's always going to be out of place. You may not notice it at first. There will be. Very few times you get a model that converts perfectly and ready to use.
yeah. Well, the model Alex sent me didn't have any wheels.
No, it's a basic one. That's the upper simmer.
Yeah, well, the one I've got, the one version does have wheels, and wind tanks, and without wind tanks. I just thought it looked a nice little cute sort of thing. I was thinking of using this as a Cessna T-37 flight gear model. I was thinking of just sort of using that as the, something to get it going on with. Are you allowed to do that?
It's like it's an open source one, yes.
Because the one Alex and it was basically it was all the vampire stuff, which I thought.
Yeah, it was just a model. It was a test bed for the actual model. It was never done anything with it. So it was it's just to get the model visualised to see if it was going to work for us. It wasn't really.
Descending under autopilot control to 2,500 feet. Mark?
I'm using exotic Microsoft Paint for Windows. It's not bad, but it's limited, very limited.
Well, I use Paint quite a lot because it's so quick to load up and do things like cropping pictures
A grab GIMP.
and saving them in different formats. It's better than the new version what comes with Windows. It's still there, the old version, but it's quicker than loading up GIMP or out like that.
I used to love this airport. You bang it in with a Eurofighter while the F-16s were still trying to fucking organise themselves.
How's everybody been getting along? Other than breaking out in hives because we're going so slow.
Could have brought a GC and kept it with you.
Is this a big river or canal?
It's a river. It's a river. It feeds off the mountains into the lake. It's a large river.
Level at 2,500 feet, 90 knots.
And we're driving up this valley.
Love to come here in real life. Oh my.
It is spectacular.
Even without orthos, it's beautiful.
You don't have orthos? Gee,
The old system would. No, I
actually-
don't see the point.
I don't see.
Personally.
Orthos don't generate much extra loads actually.
I think it's actually better in some circumstances.
Yeah, sometimes
I'll give it a try next week.
It's chalk and cheese when you fly without them. If you do a gathering the scenery flight before and then do it again with the orthos, it's a million times better.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's tomorrow, sir.
Because sometimes the patterns flight gear sort of generates when there isn't any scenery can be quite artificial.
It picks the texture based on the land class data that's it's built with scenery, so it gets very repetitive in some places.
Good job of keeping the formation together, you guys. Once again, proving Stuart's point that if we all fly the same aircraft, it's way easier to stay together as a group.
Yep. When I was testing the Microsoft flight sheet in the helicopters, I used to frequent this valley, Sion Valley, quite a lot, and used to see other helicopters in the valley. And I thought, oh, I won't fly with some other helicopters. And every time you used to spawn near somebody or fly near somebody, they despawn and leave the server until you go away. They just don't want to be friends. Unfriendly bunch, Microsoft lot. Shite built there, never mind.
Probably because they paid for it, and you know.
It's a crap over multiplayer, doesn't it? The multiplayer animations, they don't have the same depth or level of animations that we can have.
I'm amazed that more people in flight gear haven't glommed onto the multiplayer thing. I mean, except for the airline pilots, it's...
Well, they don't need it, do they? Because they fly the planes like real ones, flying routes and stuff across the Atlantic.
Yeah, you get these. When it comes to the point where you're making YouTube or TikTok videos and you're sitting at that yourself dressed as a fucking captain in front of the computer, it's time to stop.
Well, I got downloaded a load of YouTube videos for the reviews of rudder pedals. And most of the guys doing the reviews, they have full cockpits and full motion.
Amount of money, and they've also got the channel sponsors who give them all that stuff to test.
But they had like their seats were built into frames, what bloody moved and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my magazine, there's a guy was building a Lancaster simulator, full nose piece all the way back to the main spar, and he's died now. His wife's trying to get rid of it. It was a year away from having it fully complete. So I think
I've discovered something. My local aviation museum, just 6 miles away, just in the airfield, has got a real Tonka simulator.
Oh, wow.
And they're restoring it at the moment. So I'm going to have to take a run out.
yeah, well, this one he's got, it's meant to be pretty good, but I don't know if it's actual built from a real aircraft or something he's just made from scratch.
Well, this is an ex-RAF training simulator. Tonka. Proper one.
Be all sorts kicking around in bloody sheds and stuff all in these bases.
Oh, probably.
They probably get skipped at some point when the airfields get sold to build houses.
Well, this isn't an airport. It's a farm. They got an aviation museum on this farm.
God, the scenery is stunning, just killing me.
Wow. Awesome, innit?
Oh my God. Especially with like looking around, shooting from other people's perspectives and looking at the hills and the aircraft. It's just like, wow.
Well, them two farmers in Lincolnshire, Kirby, they bought a Lancaster, didn't they? They've been doing it. Well, they haven't doing it up now because they're dead, but the grandsons and stuff. If you're a farmer though, you got more land to play with, so you can build, build hangars and store stuff on your land.
Personally, I think there should be a mandate to preserve these aircraft: Lancaster, Spitfire, Tornado, Buccaneer.
I agree.
Well, just reading in that magazine I get, Fly Past, it was saying that it wasn't until the Battle of Britain film, because in the 633 squadron they were bloody burning mosquitoes.
They were crashing real mosquitoes, and yeah, they did.
And it was only after the Battle of Britain film that people started thinking, I think we should start looking after these.
Yeah, holy
Yeah.
shit.
I think it ruined that movie for me was the fighters were 108 Typhoons.
Yeah,
They weren't armed.
they didn't have BF 109s then available. But in factoid, from my local history, the 63 Squadron, some of the aircraft used in the film were in storage at RAF Castle Kennedy, 3 miles from me, which is where my club site used to be. They were bought out of storage and used for the film.
Back to the Battle of Britain, there's one of the scenes where you've got the view of the aircraft coming towards you, and it's actually 109s they're using. I think instead of
Yeah, they used the Spanish built, license built 109s, I can't
Yeah.
remember what you call them.
it's meant to be a formation of Spitfires, but they were 109Es, and you could see the support strut under the tail fin. I think they were often confused with Hurricanes more.
Yeah, well, they've just got one flying in America back up and running, a proper one, G model. Well, they actually took the Spanish ones, and it was a company in Germany what rebuilt it, because it was it did a forced landing in Russia or Poland or somewhere, and it'd been abandoned, and it was sort of rotting away, and this company in Germany rebuilt it, but they used the Spanish version as a sort of guide, because all the technical information's in technical German and very difficult to follow. Now they're called Buochs or something similar,
Yeah, I like the Buochs.
but the engines are Merlins, because if you look at the exhaust, is eye open. On the original it would be low down because the engine was inverted.
Are we turning?
Yes, sir.
Going round the bend.
I've been there for ages.
Yeah, me too, bro. Medication's good though.
Alcohol.
You're not meant to fly for 24 hours if you're being built.
Ah, bollocks to that. It's flight gear.
Well, I must admit, when I used to do gliding, we used to go out Saturday nights. We used to go to the pub and get something to eat. And one of the guys, our chief flying instructor, was an airline pilot, and he could drink for England. He could drink 2 pints to everybody else's 1. And he used to be missing Sunday morning. People were asking, where is he? Oh, he's gone to fly a plane to Amsterdam.
Oh God.
Sorry to bother you, Flight, but could I have a GPS and a airspeed?
Follow the blue smoke.
Follow the yellow brick road.
Airspeed's 90 knots. What else did you need?
Heading.
This way.
Current heading is 62 degrees, sir.
Thank God I'm not the only one to get lost.
Probably flying up that other valley still.
Well,
I
a
could
small
get lost in
aircraft.
an open fucking field.
Whoops. Cheeky little Newport.
Again, a nice selection of aircraft, you guys.
Yeah, well, you've done some good work, these.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Stuart loves them. You can tell.
He's got that glee in his voice.
At least he doesn't hate him as much as he hates buses.
No, buses. No.
Oh, he's got to love buttocks.
Always busy down there.
The only one I go for is that 707 that was ranting on about. But you get bored with that.
Buses just go there and shit, don't they? Dull.
Yeah, well, they have virtual airlines, don't they, where they
Oh God, yeah.
fly routes
Just
and
score
they get
points.
promotions. And
Let's all sit for 4 hours and do fake all, you know.
You get these and say, oh, I flew across the Atlantic. No, you didn't. You took it off for an autopilot, went to bed, and then landed it.
Exactly. Woke up in the morning and landed it.
Alex and Andy were doing that last week, caught them out.
No.
Yes.
Well, we've got some ammunition for next time then.
After FlightNight finished, the pair of them are setting up their bus at Gatwick to fly some sort of route that'll take exactly 8 hours.
No!
Yeah. And Microsoft, no less.
Oh,
Ew.
I'd rather have bowel surgery.
Yeah, there's no limit to the degradation, you know.
I've got MSFS.
So do I, but I want to use it as a test bed. I don't fucking fly it like
Whoops.
that.
Yeah,
Don't
fair
fly.
enough.
I don't really fly it much at all because it just doesn't do it for me at all. Being somebody who does flight dynamics, I've actually picked up all the bloody problems with them, and I said, no, that's not right.
I'm fucking out of here.
What software do you use to open an FDM and fool around with it?
Extra mental. It's a notepad, basically.
No.
Notepad will open it, but I use Notepad++. It's
Decodes as well. That one.
Decode as well. It's better for picking up the code errors and stuff.
Flyby is awesome.
Awesome.
Hell
But it's
yeah.
moved on because donkeys years ago, when it was like Flight Sim 98 or whatever, I used to do panels for gliders and stuff and planes what used to come to the airfield and you had to program in C. And you had to compile it and see, and there's all these routines you had to use, but you couldn't make the
Microsoft's
gauges
still the
working.
Microsoft's still the same. It's all compiled in C++ and all that shite. Excessive.
Oh, don't get me started on Microsoft.
No. I wouldn't encourage anybody to get started with Microsoft.
Oh, well, we're obviously dependent on it, but fucking hell, it's Windows 10 or 11, and the error boxes are Windows 98.
Jesus.
I watched a guy on YouTube ripping the new version, Microsoft Flight Sim to bits.
Oh, it's rubbish.
He tried logging in, their servers couldn't handle it. Apparently you have to be online to fly it. He was
You
saying,
do tend to, you've got to be online.
You've got to sign in with your Xbox account, which they force you to enroll in.
Yeah.
I'd got an Xbox, but I still had to sign up for it.
Microsoft 2025 does not download local scenery, it's all online, so if you're flying in a complex area and don't have a good connection, you have problems.
Well, the
And
problem
then
with
we'll
flight
call them
simulators, commercial ones, is the people developing them will have the best quality performance machines, and internet will be like 10 times faster than what average punter has, and they think, oh, this is great, this is, and then when it gets released and Joe Public has it with their stuff, it's useless. Yeah, I had that problem with Combat Flight Sim. I think when it went to Combat Flight Sim 3, it looked fantastic, but you couldn't bloody use it.
I did the single player that actually won the war for Germany. There was something wrong with that.
No, versions of Combat Flight Sim 1 and 2 worked fine, but 3 were really nice graphics, but it wouldn't bloody run on the machines of the day.
I preferred CFC 2, it was good. Did a lot of tinkering. They used an aircraft config file as an FDM type thing, and that was, you could get into that and tinker about. Simviation still get a website that supplies downloads, add-ons for all that gear.
Yeah, there's somebody on Facebook still developing stuff for. But I resurrected my version of Combat Sim 3 on a better machine, thinking, oh, I'll just install that, see how it runs now. And it don't bloody run
It's
anymore.
still shit.
No, it won't run, it just locks up.
It's got all the wrong handlers on it.
Yeah, it just can't cope with anything newer.
Midpoint destination, Lima Sierra Tango Alpha, about 12 minutes.
So 4 miles in.
What's your flight?
Actually, it's 19.5 nautical miles.
Ah,
I
well,
got 19.3.
nautical miles are different from miles. For anybody that wonders.
There's a nicely developed hospital down there on that right side.
Really?
Yeah.
Woo, yeah.
The orange GL over it.
Got a helipad on the roof.
Lovely. Nice big orange thing.
I don't see it, damn it.
That'll be a lift or a access point to the helipad.
Oh. Straight down to hell.
Back in the 90s when I was driving a bus, I did a local run through the Borders General Hospital. And tornadoes, the RAF claimed they weren't using it as a target, but they come zooming in and then bank off a couple of miles short of the hospital. And the complaints were unreal. Eventually they stopped using that route, but I'm quite sure that's what the objective was. It was a target.
Not allowed to fly near hospitals now.
Yeah, well that'd be back in the 90s. I don't think they were allowed to do it then, but they were doing it.
Yeah, but there was this thing called operational needs. They used to use that as an excuse for everything back then. When it do something dodgy, it's operational needs. And what would those needs be? Sorry, that's classified. There you go.
We can tell you, but then we'd have to kill you.
Now tell the truth, guys. Waggle your wings. Who's deleted the bird song from your aircraft folder?
I never even noticed it was there.
Yeah.
Only you, man. Only you, you buzz killer.
Don't think it was that birthday song, to be honest, but
I know, I've still got it. I can still hear it now. Comes with all World War I airplanes.
This is what Alex has done to them all.
Some of the
Yes,
World
it's still
War II
there.
ones do it.
I don't mind it actually, because you're really slow flying and you could actually hear birdsong.
If you notice, like on most of my warbirds, if you open up the canopy, you can hear the bird songs too. It's just something that I did for a joke, but it became kind of a thing.
I'll hold my hands up to this. I went online and found a WAV file. The shotgun getting cocked, bang, and the cartridge getting ejected. I thought, now how can I blend that in with that?
that's quite easy.
I was going to say, just poke it all in there.
The wee sound file I've got, starter I got from SE5A, and you've got the guy going, contact, and then she starts up. It's quite a nice touch.
Actually, that was a voice sample I was going to add into our jets for refueling. But yeah, refueling was the contact.
If you ever go with the gliders, they have a winchman what comes out and connects you up and stuff. They have with the warbirds somebody starting the engine. So where's this birdie song? I haven't heard that. Is it when you're on the ground?
No, bird song, not birdie song.
Birds chirping.
Chirping. Can you
Oh,
not
I
hear it?
did hear
Turn the
that.
volume up.
Yeah, this boy's chirping on the coil. You'll hear it if you land and turn your engine off, you'll hear it.
Then you'll want the shotgun.
Oh, you could do it now. Oh yeah, that shotgun, that would have been a great effect. Need to figure that one out.
I gotta animate all those control wires on the Newport when I get around to it. That's gonna be awesome.
Wasn't that add to the FPS though?
Eh.
Oh, the scenery's awesome.
Oh, I think I'm too high.
You're too high, man. You're too high.
Icarus, come back.
Melt the dope off your canvas and you'll crash. Scenery in the second half, if you can believe it, dwarfs this stuff.
Well, we're already at awesome, so awesome squared.
I'd say.
Oh dear, low and slow.
You and that fuel?
No, just can't fly for shit.
Oops.
No, I'm honest. Ah, there you are.
Well, I got plenty of fuel left, so
I'd just keep moving the slider.
don't move. Don't follow me. Bloody Red Baron's down real low, isn't he? Watch those
Given the
wires.
wires, then.
Skipping the wires. Watch the wires.
Yeah, watch the wire.
Oh, I think this valley we're going uphill. Oh, we're getting closer to the ground.
You get over the end of it, get over the end of that, you'll be fine.
This use airfield here. You can see it in the terrain textures.
I think if we pass over it, I think it's, I don't know what it is. I thought.
It's an old airfield.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely an old airfield. I'm always watching out for the one that had the big hangar on the mountainside. Can't remember where it was. Can't remember where it was when I seen it in Switzerland, but definitely drove past it.
There are some interesting things in Switzerland. There's a rifle club, and they shoot from one side of a motorway, across the motorway, and the target's on the other side of the motorway.
That sounds like craziness.
Yeah, it's on. There's some film of it on YouTube. But when you're firing, you can't see the road because they made it so you can't go that low, so you would hit the cars. But I think when you're driving up the motorway, you can see people shooting at one side of the valley.
Rifle club I shoot at on the 600-yard range, you have to shoot over the road, so you have to close it if you're going to use the 600-yard range. But I mean, that's just a matter of throwing up a barricade, and it tells people you can't go there. But they stick their head out the window and go, "Hey, can I go? Yeah, I'll stop shooting. Go ahead." They get rather irate if you shoot anyway.
Just tell them to leave the windows down so you can shoot through.
Yeah, no.
I think it's great in the
Somebody
movies.
just landed in the dirt.
What's
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
In the movies, they open the car door and hide behind it to protect themselves from bullets.
Oh God, that always makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's,
All the cars are bulletproof.
or they fire around, hits the fuel tank, the car blows up. Aye, right. You know.
Anyway, it's an incendiary round or a tracer round. You could.
Nah, this is cops and robbers stuff. You know.
If you if it was a federal vehicle and you hit it with incendiary or A phosphorus round doesn't trace around it can ignite the fuel, but not these.
Well, they really struggled in First World War shooting Zeppelins down initially. The bullets just went straight through it.
Yeah.
So that's why they invented the
Here's our airport.
tracer rounds or the phosphorus rounds to shoot Zeppelins down.
Slowing my speed to about 70 knots, beginning to descend.
I'm slowing it to something. I have no speedometer. I have no idea how fast it's going. Here it comes, ready or not.
Is this where we land?
It is.
Yep,
This
yep.
is our midpoint destination, sir.
Oh, there it's there. I'm not crashing, I'm falling with style.
Plunging with style.
Assisted by gravity.
I'm gonna park up on the right side, kind of see if you can follow me.
Well, there's a car behind us.
Probably lining up to overtake.
At this point in this First World War, were the engines still on the magneto, where you had to switch it off for throttling?
Oh, hey. Oh, no. Wait. Yeah. Get down.
Had like a light switch, didn't it, to flick, to turn. Didn't have a throttle or so.
No, you just changed the number of, what do they call that? The ignition.
Magneto, they used to switch it off. didn't they?
Yeah, there you go.
One of them didn't even have brakes in the early days. After you, N66, go for it, mate.
There you go, we're down.
Check fuel.
See, Stuart, if you're flying a helicopter, you wouldn't have any problems.
No, I wouldn't.
I love that livery, Ollie.
Haha. Beat you.
You can still put it in there and lock your tail wheel. Taking a short break. I'll be right back.
Well, that was fun and less stressful than normal weeks.
I get lost within the sound. Keep you dancing round and round. I can be the
I shall be departing. May pop in later.
Step to this and take my hand. Catch my eye to understand. See me walking in the sun. It has not yet begun.
User disconnected from your channel.
When it's getting dark outside, I'm preparing for the night. Working hard to get ahead, but the night makes me forget. See me drink colored light, floating through the foggy white. I'm alone at the track. That's no time for turning back. I am the beat conductor, splitting every structure. I am the beat conductor, splitting every structure. I am the beat conductor, splitting every structure.
Hello?
Hello? What?
Oh, everything went awful quiet there. Sorry, guys.
Everybody's taking a break, touching themselves in an impure manner.
Took my earphones off, I could hear that bloody bird song.
I delete that, bro. Yeah, I'm tight.
I see you, Orby.
Your sign writing in green smoke.
Is it Orby? He's probably about to die just shortly.
Oh shit. Just rear-ended a camel.
Oh, that doesn't sound pleasant at all.
We haven't taken off yet.
Not for him, it wasn't. Oh, sorry, Orby, that must have been you.
No, it was me you bloody rammed into.
I normally charge for that, but I'll let you off. You're that well camouflaged, mate.
Be careful, Las Sphinx is in the red arrows.
Yo.
What?
Okay, second half, we're at noon plus 1, so, and 16 minutes, so 1:16. Climb rate's going to be, we're going to climb continuously after we get off the runway here at 350 feet per minute, straight away to 8,000 feet. Target speed is 90 knots. Got some heavy stuff to get over, so stick close and climb high. Who's not ready to go? Watch me for the roll.
I thought everyone was taking off. Sorry, flight leader.
What's that?
I thought everyone was taking off and I saw Orby going for it. Sorry about that.
Oh shit. Are you climbing Voodoo?
Yes, sir. 350 feet per minute. Mind the wires, boys.
Unlike in previous simulators like Microsoft, the wires in this do kill you.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean the only problem with flight gear is they like having lots of wires around airfields.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Well, I think in reality the wires go underground on the threshold of airfields. But in flight gear it can't cope with it.
What's your weather? Orby? Ground speed for me is 94 knots. Passing through 3,200 feet on my way to 8,000 at a rate of 350 feet per minute. Current heading is 75.
Final altitude is at 8,000 or 8,500.
Should be 8,000. Why?
I thought you said 8,500, that was all. Earlier.
We'll stay in this valley until it ends, and then we're going to turn left and go over the top.
senses and all my feelings and my power deep inside. My heartbeat is pushing my blood in my veins. The water is turning red. I don't wanna be like a prayer on my knees.
Keep you fit living round in these valleys with all these hairpin roads up the hillside.
You don't want to get miscombobulated up here because you can run into rising ground real easy.
Oh shit.
But if you see these roads, what sort of hairpin up the hillsides, there's houses as well. So,
Yeah, there is.
so before cars, they would have to
Really
take
is.
a walk up or go on a walk.
These roads are a lot of fun.
Climbing through 5,100 on my way to 8,000 feet.
Can you hear somebody's creaking chair?
Ah, my bad. Here we go again.
Who cares?
Well, it must be about 10 years old. I'll save a bit of cash and get a new setup.
You used to have wheels for it, yeah.
Haha.
Better yet, don't worry about it.
Nah.
No, we never hear our because he's too afraid to use team speed at all.
We killed Flash off, we haven't seen him for quite a while now.
No, I haven't seen him for a while.
You've got me going now, it's fucking the hell out of me. I've never noticed it before. It's really getting on my nuts.
Well, it's just when nobody's speaking, you just hear this creaking sound.
You will keep talking then.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, have you got automatic mic activation?
Yeah. Could do push to talk, that would kill it.
Then you have to remember to push to talk.
Yeah.
And to sign a button for it.
It's usually spacebar, isn't it?
You can use whatever button you like.
Well, hopefully I'll get on to Amazon in a few weeks. Still think the Thrustmaster's a bit more affordable, like the one I've got. Anyone recommend any kit?
No, I really like it.
I've just been looking at rudder pedals, and you can spend up to $2,500 for the fanciest ones.
User disconnected from your channel.
Lost Porky.
Porky left back at the airport.
We probably just locked him off of comms.
It's not showing on the pilot list either.
I bet takeoff and landings are fun at these two airfields.
thing you have to watch if you're trying to program a button on your sticks for the thing to work. I have to run a little app for it to carry it across, but I couldn't get it to work at all. I want to use my trigger button to do it, and you have to fire this little program off first to make it work.
We used to have, it was a Satex Cyborg, but it didn't have the hands off. Just a stupid little lever for a throttle. It was a good stick though.
The controller,
Something like that.
the controller I really wanted was made by CH products. They make the same. It's the same controller they use for the Reaper drone, but I can't get the controller because it's only built for the people that fly drones. But that sucks. I want it.
Well, I've got the CH fighter stick and the pedals, but the pedals, one of the brakes is stopped working, so I just go round and round in circles.
I've got CH yoke and I've got CH pedals. I've got some fighter stick thing I really don't know the make of, all of which are ancient but they still work, and then I've got my helicopter setup.
Well, I stripped this stick down. Couldn't get hold of the silicon spray, but I used a bit of WD-40, etc. It's just worn. Yeah. Okay, time to speed up.
Yeah, I was just watching a video before tea and of reviews of various rudder pedals. There's this company what makes one, and it's got force feedback on rudder pedals.
That'd be interesting. You could use that for if you wanted to simulate stall warnings and things like an F4 or something like that. You get the vibrations of the pedal.
But they were 2.5k, a little bit outside my price bracket.
Gonna be making a left turn here in a bit, so watch me.
FlightNight has an access issue.
Oh.
It's a glacier.
Yeah. There's another valley to the left side of that, which will be the one we'll be taking.
Funny, you haven't had any lockups this week where we all fly in similar things.
I pass. I don't know why that is.
Well, you're also flying quite slow, so your systems aren't straining trying to keep up with scenery loads. Yes, ORBs. It's not to do with actual access, it's the board, the controller board that they use. It's how they address the access. So he talks about, yeah.
Turning left, kids.
Oh. There's the smoke.
If somebody go and land in the glacier. Where are we? What pass is this? What mountain pass is this? Anyone know?
Brake cart.
Which one?
Brake cart pass, mate.
Alright.
No, it was in the movie, seriously. Anyone talking about movies, anyone ever seen Fly Boys?
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
No, it's one of the few really good ones. The American pilots, the first war.
Yeah, I found it to be awesome, actually.
Yeah, that was real, and it was historically accurate. The guy who owned his pet lion, all that kind of
That's
terrific.
crazy.
Health and safety would never allow that now. You can see the squadron report. 3 pilots lost to enemy action and 10 to the line.
This moral of the story is don't piss the line off.
Eat a pussycat.
That's a big pussycat. It's the same temperament as any pussycat. You piss it off, it bites. I'll attack.
I keep getting these reels coming up on Facebook. People finding kittens in America, and then they bring them up, and the bloody these little bloody mountain lions and stuff when they're fully grown, full size.
There's a lot of stupid people in this country. I know that's hard to believe.
Hey, I wouldn't mind. I'd still raise it mountain lion or not.
Well, they're not mountain lions. What's the smaller ones?
Bobcats.
Bobcats and lynx.
Check out the scenery if you can, guys. This is fabulous stuff.
Go and spell that Orby. Well, right enough, you just did. You typed it. But, well, what a bloody idiot. I'm going to shut up now.
What the hell?
I don't know who that was, but it's funny. Descending at 500 feet per minute to 4,000 feet on my mark. Stand by. Mark, descending at 500, minus 500, sorry. Descending at minus 500 feet per minute. To 4,000 feet.
Are you descending? Yes, no?
Yes, descending at minus 500 feet per minute.
Yeah, that's quite a view.
Yeah, this is beautiful along here.
I'm going to show Maggie and Toddy this one if Flight Gear UK.
I was watching a video yesterday, they going over the wreckage of that Jet Ranger that crashed in the Hudson. Looked a bit of a mess.
They reckon a complete and total seizure, instant seizure of the gearbox.
Gotta wonder what happened with that.
Well, apparently that aircraft had warnings and was they discovered metal in the transmission oil not so long ago, but didn't reservice the aircraft after that and just cleared the oil and reset the warning.
Oh shit.
In the UK, if you find something like that, the aircraft is grounded until the gearbox is stripped and cleaned and rebuilt.
I would think so.
No, it's not that way in your country though, unfortunately.
What did they do? Stick a label on saying experimental?
Yeah, they can get away with doing that as well. They can get away with doing that as well, but no, they cleaned the filter and the oil, but they didn't strip the gearbox. I suspect that the company's been a little bit crooked and they probably disabled the chip warning indicator.
If you got that kind of metal in a gearbox, you need to find out why.
Exactly, you do, yeah.
It doesn't just
That's
happen for normal wear and tear. Something's breaking.
No, this type of failure, this transmission failure, is almost unheard of in Jet Rangers. The transmission they've been using in the Jet Rangers is bulletproof, and it's been in use for 40 years, 50 years, without, well, minor number of incidents involving gearbox and chip failure. But that one had it. They didn't investigate it, and it looks like what they're saying is the gearbox just went solid almost instantly and just ripped itself apart.
Quite interesting doing that. You know, you put it under a microscope and you see the different colours of the metals, and if you know what you're doing, you can work out where it's coming from. You know,
Yeah.
there's like
Yeah.
phosphor bronze would be a different colour to steels and stuff.
Continue descending to 4,000 feet. I'm going to turn right here in a little bit. Follow me.
Okay. Either way, it's been a pretty major failure. There was no way of recovering the aircraft anyway. Once the rotors splattered, that was the end of it in the game anyway.
Well, on that shadowy dash cam video, it sort of like does a 90-degree turn, doesn't it, instantaneously?
Oh, it flips itself over. Yeah, it's instant, violent torque. Just flip. That was it.
Must have been hellish for those kids and their parents.
It would have been over quick.
Aye. You think there would have been a bit of G-force there, and maybe?
I think there'd be horrendous force in that torque kick.
Yeah.
I think they'd probably be unconscious before they hit the water.
Did you see the video? A video of when it seized?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like wham. I was shocked. I didn't think that much shit could stop spinning that fast.
Well, to stop spinning that fast, that means something really large just went in between the gears and just solid. Something, one of the gears must have broke completely and went off and fell down between it all.
I had a rear differential in a Triumph GT6 that used to do that. It would just had shit in it because the gear in the rear differential was freaking out, and that thing, that's what it did. It just locked up.
Yeah. Catastrophic failure.
But it's a bit different when you're in the air. You can't pull over at the side of the road.
No.
Well, you become part of the road.
But anyway, it got me thinking, and I've got Alex writing this as well. We're going to use the R44 as a training aircraft for mass pumping and stuff like that. We're doing a script which will identify when you have went over the limit, the flap limit of the blades. Currently flat gear will not crash you if you do that, but I'm gonna do a script with two options, a warning option and an actual failure option, where if it goes over the 8 degrees and it causes mast bumping, it will crash the aircraft, or it will give you a warning saying you have just bumped the mast, blah blah blah, so you know how to avoid it. So you can tell how you're
I'm
controlling
getting a
it.
bit of lag here. Voodoo, you keep jumping in front of me and pulling behind me.
Reach around.
Level at 4,000 feet, maintaining 90 knots. Current heading is 26 degrees, gents.
Especially with just a series of stepped lakes, isn't it?
Oh yeah. If you get a chance, look behind us as we descend into this.
I am, but your blue smoke stuffing me out. That's better.
Green stuff's better.
User in your channel timed out.
Oh, we lost somebody.
Yeah, somebody's dropped off the pilot list.
It's Orby.
Orby, lost him.
He's gone for his pudding.
Pudding.
No, he's back.
He's back.
User entered your channel.
There he is.
Obviously lagging the same as me.
Sounds like a Scottish word, that, lagging.
Yeah, so you put it in your roof.
What's that lagging with something you put around a pipe?
Yeah, lagging's when your connection's slow. You're lagging behind.
That's why you tell the coppers about somebody.
I remember I worked in a pub in London. We were getting a refit. The guy sanding down the pub worktop. I ran my hand over it, picked up a large splinter, and I said to the guy, "Oh God, I've got a hell of a scalp in my finger." And he started laughing. He says, "What, is that like a gnome or an elf?" I said, "No, it's just a splinter." He didn't know what a scalp was.
Sheltered people down cities.
Yeah. Plus they drink dandelion and burdock. I mean, what's that all about?
What's Iron Brew all
Blech.
about?
Blech.
Yeah, not like drinking iron brew.
No.
No,
Made
Best
from
hangover.
girders.
best hangover cure known to man, that.
So
And a
I
big
heard.
fryer.
Not far from where I live, they have dandelion pudding making competitions every year. Or dock leaves, one or the other.
Sounds disgusting.
It does look a bit that way.
Amazing what some folks will eat, eh? Shortly we will execute a right turn and begin descending into our final airport. Lima Sierra Zulu Charlie. Gonna be on the right-hand runway, kids. Be descending at about 500 feet per minute, maintaining about 90 knots for the present. Descending, turning right.
Short runway, the right one, yeah?
Right side, yes sir.
Wasn't this fun tonight, Stuart?
What?
Wasn't this a lot of fun tonight, Stuart?
I'm just supposed to stay awake.
That scratching at the hives caused by slow speeds flying should keep you awake.
Nope.
Can't see the runway in on the cockpit because of the fucking gun.
When I was in artillery, I made the mistake of calling a bombardier bomb. And the reply was, if I got a fuse up my ass. Oh dear, I don't like that.
Uh-oh.
Never said that one again. But if you called your rifle a gun, you get a real bollocking.
This is my rifle, this is my gun. This is
Oh, no.
fun.
A gun in the artillery kills people from about 25 miles. Rifles, you know. So picky.
I'm slowing down.
Can't go much slower. Fucking stop time.
If you're happy and you know it, clap, you know.
I have no idea how fast we're going.
That'll be the nudist beach, Orby. That's done that.
Somebody's flying in there, bombing in. Get a line on the jet.
Keep on the right, where all the concrete is, please.
Roger, Dodger.
Turn your smoke off, please. Oh, blast. Oh, damn. Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're back up.
What?
I bounced over the road and it put me on my nose for a minute there.
Go for it, Rick Toby. He's hopping about there.
Hell of a place to put a highway.
Get up there and park, Hector.
Sorry?
Now you can get up there and park, then I will.
Yeah, get up there.
That's lag, because you were in front of them, now you're... Oh well.
Cheated. Don't break my
No.
wings. Actually, your wings will fit. Oh, he's moved. Let you in.
Oh, hang on.
And there we go.
All in a row.
Well done, gentlemen. Great scenery, nice selection of aircraft, some pretty good flying too, kids. Well done.
Well, there we go.
Thank you.
Who wants to do next week?
I'll take it.
Next week's a special week.
It is.
Yes, it's the VE celebrations.
Oh, right enough. More parts?
Victory Europe.
Say again.
Victory Europe. VE Day.
Ah, well, maybe we should fly warbirds. Maybe we'll fly helicopters.
Whatever. Anyway, you.
Yeah. Killing the video. Say goodnight, YouTube.
Good night,
See you
YouTube.
on Facebook.
Good night,
Night,
Facebook.
Everybody.